Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kelsey Kalor. If you're fairly new to astrology, then you came to the right place. Go ahead and click that link, subscribe, and be updated on a whole lot of astrology content and the forecasts on astrology, what you want to know, what you want to gain insight about our future. Now, we're going into a season that could be a tricky one if you know how to deal with its currents. If you can keep up with its waves, then you will be an expert at this. But if you don't know, you're about to find out. Now, get ready to have your head in the clouds or experience a shift into murky waters, because March 12th to April 18th, the sun will be transiting into Pisces. There will be a strong focus, interest, and attention towards the past tense, naivety, subliminals, getting some rest, retiring, sufferings, your intuition, and also visual matters that involve like your imagination, your dreams, art. With the sun going into Pisces, ego and arrogance is weak at this time. It's getting purified and ready to be exalted into the new year, Aries season, which is a season that marks beginnings, the start of something. Pisces is the last of the zodiacs, and it comes around at the end of wintertime, which means this is your time to rest and heal, because you about to go out there fighting, hustling, and trailblazing during Aries season. But let's cleanse that energy first. Anywho, when the sun passes through Pisces, we're basically having a stronger experience of our spiritual world. In other words, the metaphysical world. That's the world that I've been living in my whole life. Your intuition could be highly active at this time, which means that your attention could go towards spiritual healing and psychic healing, could be drawn towards more esoteric subjects, or experiencing a psychological or spiritual approach to certain things. The activities around you could involve more introspective connections. Pisces is about seeing what you can't see in physical form, but you're perceiving it. You're receiving what's happening in a spiritual way. It's basically like subconscious mind, the part that's in the back of your mind. You know when people say, what's in the back of your mind? That's that Pisces area. People who have psychic abilities, even just an ounce, understand what I'm talking about. Ladies, this video is especially for y'all. Now, you could also experience tendencies to escape and ignore or isolating yourself, but use these maturely. You probably need this so that you can heal in the best way. The sun could cause some sense of confusion, even when you're trying to express your feelings at this time. If you are egotistic, you could fail from the lack of concentrating on matters that are more concerning, like matters of the heart and the emotions, because of your lack of compassion for yourself and for others. It's known to be an encouraging time for psychic healers, mentors, artists, and even politicians. Politicians, because they deal a lot with the things that we can't see. They even involve psychics into their work as well. Pisces is expressed as going deep, and being a politician, you have to go deep to where the average person doesn't know how to go, just to gain the answers and resources that you need to stay afloat. What can get your attention at this time is your inner artistic side, your writer side, even your musician side, or any creative outlet that you have. There's no coincidence that South by Southwest is happening during Pisces season, because that festival involves the film version and the music version. What are the odds? Sidereal astrology, y'all. This season is known for kind of getting you unstable or lost in sauce. So try to stay as grounded and practical as possible, like keeping yourself busy, not only with art, but also being in alignment with practical solutions in your everyday life. Focus to manage psychological matters. And it's a good thing that we have Saturn going through Pisces right now for the next 3 years, because it's bringing our perspectives and imagination the reality check and the structure that they need. Because Pisces can be very creative, but you can definitely slip into fantasies and confuse them as realities and illusions. But furthermore, during the season, you could be susceptible to feeling overwhelmed and overly empathetic right now, especially if you are an empath. That's somebody who's really good at internalizing other people's emotions as if they were their own feelings. And that's a beautiful ability to have, but people that you sense that don't want to do their own healing work will definitely take advantage of people like you. So you'll really need to choose yourself at this time and create some healthy boundaries to avoid burnout mode and more. So allow your heart to rest right now, shift your focus to your own inner world, and start connecting with the higher source. From firsthand experience, if your aura and your psyche isn't protected by higher source, energy vampires and unwanted entities will attract to you, especially during this season. They will consume your energy, your time, your emotions, and eventually they will consume your mind. If you are a light worker, a healer, or you have a lot of light in you, you are going to need protection from higher source. So allow your heart to rest right now and shift your focus into your own inner world, your inner experiences, and your higher consciousness. All right, now let me take you to church right now. Some of y'all need it. But yeah, as I mentioned, Pisces is the ruler of seeing what you don't see in physical form. A lot of people make the mistake of just because they can't see it means that it's not real, it's not present, it's not there. It's definitely real, it's definitely present. It is realer than what is physical. If you're experiencing any type of suffering in your life, you could be faced with having to ask yourself, what are you willing to or not willing to sacrifice? This time is a reason to express your spirituality, isolating yourself to get as much rest as you need and healing some past emotional wounds. Now, when it comes to our worldly matters, don't be surprised if there's a lot of involvement addressing mental health and emotional wellness. There's going to be an even greater environmental awareness to anything water related. For instance, the movement that's happening right now about how they're trying to remove fluoride from our water systems finally reached the greater collective. So I wouldn't be surprised if they started making intentions or making some directions towards that. They've been talking about it for some years, but now it's finally reaching a lot more people. So this is a good thing. That means that we're starting to see more politicians and like government officials showing more compassion towards our people. So, you know, this season, Pisces represents compassion, forgiveness, and understanding, and also awareness to how important your spiritual world is. To my buddies who are not spiritual, this means your inner world, going back to the past and healing some wounds and traumas, experiencing what you did love, what made you light up, and wanting to find ways to keep that into your life, keep that same feeling, essence. So please, at this time, let that ego rest and be renewed before Aries season. Ashe.